Yo, what's going on? And welcome to Totally Blitz Podcast. If you're watching now, that means one, you're not tuning in to the Dolphins whooping some ass live right now. And also two is you're probably been waiting for our recap. Like, where the fuck has that shit been? Well, life is life, and so we may be a little bit late, but motherfuckers, here we are. As always, go down, like, and subscribe. Comment your live reactions to the Dolphins versus Bills, which is going on Prime right now. And also give us your thoughts on your week 2 recap. I'm Paul Pickle-Winham, and I'm joined with.
Hey man, you already know it's your boy Kev Waterboy Savoy, aka the Don PYE. And it's high key my fault why we doing the episode on a fucking Thursday. My ugly ass fell asleep when we were supposed to record last night, but that's what happens when you're a student and you got boring ass homework. But I still got my assignment turned in before 11:59. But
Wow.
that shit was actually due at 9 a.m. But we'll see what my professor says tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do that. Sounds like a tomorrow problem.
Yeah, it's all like a tomorrow. I can't do nothing about it. I turned the assignment in. Like
Like
it's
I
up to
can't go
him.
back in time, but what I can do, like, was what's that word? It's a certain type of thought process where it's like, well, I can't control the things I can't control, but I can control the things I can't control.
Facts. Like you feel me? And all I need, and I'm over here trying to math. I was explaining this to my boss. Like, I'm not even looking for an eight. I just need want to mathematically get into the playoffs. You feel me? So I really just need 250 points out of 400. So that way with my final project, I can still ring in this passing grade.
It's
But
like I'm not asking for an A. All right.
yeah, you
If I
feel me?
if I if I put it on time, maybe I'll be sitting here asking for an A.
Yeah, you feel me? And if I presented in class on Wednesday, like yeah, for sure, I would have asked for an eight.
He's
But
gonna tell his ass that's an A plus piece of work
mhm.
that got delivered at a C plus timing. So you gotta
and
give me in the middle. I got a
and it
B.
was and it was done in like 3 4 hours, even though he gave us 3 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
cause
Like
I
A
had
plus
a
work, C plus timing. So I gotta get a B at least.
I had a miscommunication. You feel me? So I had to rework some shit. Y'all feel me? But yeah, that's the shit I said in the chat the other day with Joe Vera. Like that, I had to do the presentation piece behind all that shit too. But we here, man. Week 2 was lit. NFL's Thursday is going on right now. I could guess who Paul's picking. And if you know how I don't like making the same mistake 3 times in a row, you know who I'm picking.
No, I'm not gonna lie, shit. Well, fucking, we're giving some live updates too. You already know I was gonna take the Dolphins. You already knew Kev was probably gonna take the Bills. I think he's picked against us the last. No, you picked
God.
us one time. I want to say not last year, but the year prior, and Tua was still healthy.
Oh, I was about to say, I thought you were gonna say I picked against y'all this season. I was about to say no,
No,
I
no,
picked
no.
y'all
I'm talking about
twice.
against the Bills in particularly. I will say you have picked us against the Bills. I think once or twice in the
And I
past. It
was
wasn't
and I
last season or when Tua was hurt, but it
I,
was when we were decent.
I feel like I was right too.
It was probably when we dropped 60 on the Broncos, like one of the back to the good old days type of
Yeah,
shit.
one of those days.
But yeah,
But
I
yeah,
definitely would have took the Dolphins. I'm fucking wearing the jersey. I have changed it up. I was wearing my Tua t-shirt the first 2 weeks. We got cooked both games. So I'm hoping switching it up to the jersey brings us good juju. If you are watching it live or you don't have it, the Bills just scored to tie that bitch up 7-7. Dalton Kincaid hit it. But it is
damn, not
the
Dawson
Dolphins are
Kincaid
11 and
going
a
against
half
him in
point
fantasy.
underdogs. So the biggest underdogs on the slate this week. Uh, honestly, I just pick us because we got to. I have to. It's my obligation every week. So I don't blame anyone else at home that's like, yeah, nah, the Bills about to blow y'all the fuck up
I can't relate, bro. I only pick the Falcons when I think they're gonna win.
every week.
Damn, bro, I gotta go against Dalton Kincaid in fantasy.
And see,
But we'll
that's the
see.
other thing that makes me sad is Ollie Gordon scored the touchdown for us. I had just dropped Ollie Gordon because one, he's only rostered in like 15% of leagues, so it's not like he's people are dying to get him.
Oh,
And he hasn't been delivering because the Dolphins have been ass. So I was like, fuck it, I need a tight end right now. I have to drop him to grab a tight end. I literally drop him off my bench. He scores this week. He already has like 4 carries. Like he looks like he's actually getting involved this week. And then on the other side, someone offered to because I had to pick up a tight end. Someone offered me Dalton Kincaid. I said, bro, you don't get that fucking bum out of here. And then
tragic.
Dalton Kincaid, so Ollie Gordon scores a touchdown, and then Kincaid scores a touchdown. So both the guys I shitted on basically showed up quick and early here.
Crazy. Yeah, Jit average. Jit had 1.5 the first game. Oh yeah. I almost went to go make a trade for bro. But yeah, man. I mean, the Dolphins. We'll see how this game plays out. I got the Billy Goats, Josh Allen, and his team has been looking like a squall all season so far. So I'm expecting them to lock the fuck in. But if we're gonna go straight into the NFL Week 2 recap, which again, it's my fault why it's so late. But we could go straight into the Dolphins versus Patriots because it wasn't for like two or three other games, this would have been the game of the week.
Well, all the shit I have not been betting this week. That's why I haven't been giving out anything or like throughout this year. I haven't been betting on NFL yet. And I really should have. That in college football. Like I told people Georgia Tech's gonna beat Clemson. They did. I told people Vandy's gonna beat South Carolina. They did. I told people the Packers and the Patriots Dolphins game was only at like a 30, like 40 points is the over under. I said take the over, bro. There are no defenses on either one of this side. So like everything I've been saying to bet on has been banging. And I think honestly because I haven't been betting on
Nah, that's how that shit goes.
it.
But nah, I want to say those teams had no defense. I think those teams had no defenses and no special teams. Because that's the first time in life I've ever seen a motherfucking punt get taken back. And then when they kick it off, the kick got taken back. Like, what?
My boss is a Patriots fan, and we're in a work group chat for fantasy football we have, and like I'm fighting for my life. Like we scored early, and I'm like Dolphins going to the Super Bowl, baby. And then they're like, Paul, you need to stop drinking. And then all of a sudden, the Patriots fan starts talking shit. We get the punt return, and I'm like, Malik, motherfucking Washington. I'm also on a stream, so I'm a little delayed. And then about 2 seconds later, before we kick off, all I get a text back is Gibson, bitches. And I was like, and it was all caps, all big. I was like, I don't know what happened yet, but I have a feeling Antonio Gibson just returned this bitch on us. And then lo
That's
and
hurt.
behold, the kick return ensues. Antonio again. I was like, God damn. Of
That's
course.
just funny. But I was watching the games because I was in Tennessee last week. So I was watching the Falcons game because it was a nighttime game. And the dude behind me, his stream was like 25 seconds earlier. So he would be watching the stream and he'd be quiet. Then he'd go look at my iPad because the bigger screen to go watch it again. And he goes, oh, oh, like he'd be like kind of
He's
telegraphed to the
waiting for
play.
you to react.
Yeah. So he's just like, oh, oh, oh. All game, anytime something bad or good happened, he would hit the dude next to him talk about something. Hey, yo, KK's about to curse. KK's
Well,
about to curse.
the worst part of it all was we get the ball, like after all that, we punt it. I mean, not punt it. Tua throws an interception trying to bring it down, which sets them up for the field goal. We're still down by 6. Tua then, with us a minute and a half left, he does lead the drive. Achan catches that bitch, cuts up. We thinking it's a 40-yard touchdown. Achan and Achan goes out of bounds at like the 30. And then just a couple heaves later, game's over. We lose that bitch. But it was just like, damn, like the amount of motion I felt in my house in that last fourth quarter. Like we take the punt return to take the lead. 10 seconds later, they fucking all my joy is taken away because Antonio Gibson. And then it does it again. And then we score a touchdown. I'm back on 10. I'm talking, and then they pull that bitch back very next second. And like the last 5 minutes of this game really took a couple years off my life.
No cap, that shit was a nerve wracking. But I wasn't even the craziest game when it came to lead changes and shit. Because I think Russell
Oh yeah,
Wilson and
that one was the one
Dak
that was the
Prescott, that they said there were like 6 lead changes in the fourth quarter and overtime.
Russell Wilson career day, 400 and something yards, all the touchdowns.
450.
I will say I personally took the Cowboys in my Survivor League or Suicide League if you watched long. I was on 10. I already watched the Dolphins lose. I was over it. Now I'm watching the team I took with my hard-earned money to move on to the next week. About to just shit the bed. The Cowboys are shitting the bed. And
Until until Brandon Aubrey.
Brandon Aubrey, Dak and CD coming in. Javante Williams has been. You got probably people probably drafted him like round 10 in fantasy football. And like now he's like ranked number 3 in fantasy right now as a running back. Like he's a legit running back one, and it's crazy. I'm always a little early on shit. It was because I said Javante Williams RB1 like 2 years ago. Like I was banging the drum. Like I have all these old tweets that I was pushing on, and then he never did shit with the Broncos and Sean Payton. Now he's on the Cowboys, and he looks like the guy that I was beating the drum for. I'm like, oh, this is a legitimate RB1. Most broken tackles, like this is a mini Derrick Henry. Like that's what Jit's doing right now.
Yeah, he is playing well. And he's doing that against not the greatest O line. Not a terrible line, but not the greatest. But
No,
he definitely is balling right now. The homie asked, should he start him? And I was like, you know me, I don't be trying to tell niggas what to do because like I don't want people thinking because we have a podcast, I'm the great wise opinion,
the
the final
analytical
answer.
breakdown
Yeah,
guru.
because I definitely do this shit high. So motherfucking, he asked me Javonte Williams, and I was like, well, I'll start any running back against the Giants. And he did have a decent game last week, but the Giants also their only good thing is their D line. I just don't ever see their D line actually stop shit for real. So like, I would hate for this to be the one game their D line locks in, but I'm starting any player against the Giants.
Yeah, their defense is supposed to be their saving grace, and they have not shown up yet. So that's a big thing. Cowboys might have the worst defense. I mean, the Dolphins and the Cowboys are battling for worst defense in the league right now.
Yeah, I mean, Malik Nabers is a problem. Because even when they hit the like there was the play where they grabbed his face mask, he still caught the touchdown. I was just like, oh
That's
my
one of the
God.
best catches. That like the pier, like you don't even see the ball. Like you're fucking the mat is like this, and
Mm.
just like still catching that bitch.
Don't get me wrong. I would have caught that bitch too. You feel me? I would have tracked it before he grabbed my face mask. So I just knew in my hands to be, you know what I'm saying? Real receivership. But that boy
And
did
then
that in real time, so he that dude.
I will say I told people last year, I think it was around this time too, where I sat here and told you if Brian Thomas Jr. is on your fucking waiver, you go out and you pick up Brian Thomas Jr. And he went on to be a top 10 wide receiver. Wandell Robinson for the New York Giants has seen like 30 targets in 2 weeks. Like I know Malik Nabers is the big name, but Wandell Robinson is legitimately like a top 25 wide receiver just because they'll probably be losing all year long. So like if he's on the waivers, he's going to produce like what people were predicting George Pickens was going to produce with the Cowboys. Like Wandell Robinson is going to eat on that squad.
Paul, bro, you talking to me like every time you give me like good people to go look up, I'm like, yeah, he does have a point. But then I remember I'm in a fucking 16-man league. There is nobody on the
Oh yeah, there's no
waivers.
shot. If you're in a 16-man league, whoever got Wandell Robinson in like the 25th round is absolutely eating right now. He has two wide receiver ones on his squad.
Yeah, let me go see. Oh, damn, this nigga is. I think he's like, since I'm number one in the league, you feel me? He's number two, I think. The dude that got him.
Yeah, like that's one of them. If you hit on that late draft pick, like if you just put a
Yep.
flyer on Wandell, you sitting here like I'm eating good. That's like Javonte Williams. If you put a flyer on Javonte Williams, you're sitting there like I'm eating good right
Bro went from rank 13 to rank number two. Let me tell you who, because he got Wandale Robinson.
That's the Wanda Robinson effect. But let's keep it pushing here. Falcons. Oh no, we get that's Sunday night. I gotta say that. Rams beating Titans 33-19. This was kind of close. Cam Ward looking good still. Receivers at least catching the ball this time around. But and then the second half came and the Rams just. Oh, I don't even say. I think it was the fourth quarter or third quarter when the Rams actually started
Oh, I
closing
mean,
the lead.
I wouldn't say Cam Ward looked good. I just think Cam Ward looked like he cares about football. Like he'll do anything he can to go in there. Like some of these plays, like the his first career touchdown is a cross body throw
I
across
was
the
gonna
end
say
zone.
you're
Like,
not gonna tell me that
yeah.
crossbar throw wasn't one of the craziest things you've seen all year.
Bro, I'll never praise the cross. I don't care how nice the touchdown. Cause I see Josh Allen do it all the time. I'll never praise a cross body throw because like that was stupid. That was stupid. And every other set of the world, every time if this was Madden, that would have been a stupid ass throw. But these motherfuckers are niggas in real life that know how to beat the game and shit. But I respect it. I mean, he's even that play where he was like running, he was about to get sacked, and he just like kind of like tossed it up to the receiver, and they made a play. Like that worked, and that shows that he's willing to like fight for the play. He's willing to do whatever. He has fight. He's tough. He's really that number one pick. But like Will Levis tried that shit, and Will Levis was doing these same things, and we kicked him the fuck out of the league. Like,
Hey, but that's the difference in the National Football League. You got it. Like I say, the battle of inches and everything. Like all those little things matter. Where like if that completion turns into an interception, you are now out of the league. And now if that interception turns into your receiver big body in that motherfucker, you're you're be helmed as a star. Because there's a lot of Mahomes throws and Josh Allen throws. You be sitting there like this motherfucker might be retarded. And then
yeah,
all of a sudden, but then all of a sudden, a motherfucker comes down with it. And you're like, oh, hold on now.
that
This
is.
is different.
But yeah, hey, people are glazing the Rams again. I'm not gonna lie to you. They're talking about the Rams haven't looked as good since they won the Super Bowl. They
I'm not
glazing. They got the
I'm
Puka
not completely
Nakua.
glazing because it was fourth quarter. I had to go double check because I'm like it was late when they pulled away. I mean, it was in the fourth quarter. It was 2016. Um, Rams up by 4. Titans moving, and then it was that sack fumble that when Cam Ward got sacked, he fumbled the ball, and when the Rams got it, they were already right there in the fucking 10. But like it was in the fourth, like it was a ball game up until the fourth, which also is just telling me that the Titans are probably going to sneak a couple wins on some good ball clubs if they can keep it close.
I don't know, kid. That old line, atrocious.
Oh, the O line terrible. Don't get me wrong.
I can't root for him. I love Cam Ward. I love that he's a baller, but I can't never root for a rookie quarterback with an like your coach hasn't done shit and motherfucking you have a terrible O line. I can't. I'm hoping the best for you, but I don't know what the vibes is.
Devontae Adams gets the 100 and some yards, but they threw the ball like 14 times towards him. They're definitely trying to get him involved. And like the whole, it's just Puka, Adams, Kyron Williams. They got a big three over there, and that's it.
Yeah.
Bengals beat Jags 31-27. Bengals win, no big deal. I was sitting there like I took the Jags. I was hoping I got the win here. Bengals come down and win. Jake Browning gets the win. But that's the big story. Jake Browning is going to be the starter in Cincinnati once again for another probably 3 to 5, 6 weeks. Just a grade A turf toe injury. Might be the whole season. One of those crazy injuries. Who knows? But Bengals fans are not giving up hope. Jake Browning, I think, has a career 4-3 when he's a starter with the Bengals. So it's not like he's went 0-7 type shit. Like he's had some wins, and if I remember correctly, he threw for a couple 300-yard games last year when he was the starter.
I mean, when you have Jamar Chase grinding like the fuck he did this week,
T. Higgins.
yeah, you can do what you got to do. This team is still this team. Like they just don't have their guy, but this team is still this team. I was actually more surprised about the defense being able to do what they did to Joe Flacco.
Oh no,
More,
the Jags or the Bengals?
I'm thinking Bengals versus Brown. My bad. The Bengals for motherfucking I'm thinking about. Hold on, let me put my shit up.
No, because they got a late game win. Like it was 20. The Jags are up, and then in the last, this was like a walk off touchdown. I want to say, but there's still a few seconds left on the clock.
Yeah.
15 play, 92-yard drive, like all the way down the field.
My bad. I got shit. I'm Joe Flacco got abused by the Ravens this week. My bad.
Yeah.
Thinking the Bengals abused him. Wrong AFC North. But yeah, this game was they saying I seen him play Trevor Lawrence ran like 4 yards up the field and then threw that bitch. That shit had me crying.
That was bad.
But yeah, the fact that Brian Thomas Jr. dropping the balls, like this Jaguars team was supposed to win this game, but the fact that they lost this game shows you that it's the same old Jags.
Yeah, I mean, 5 interceptions between the two of them. It was kind of disgusting ass game. But yeah, no, but Bengals 2-0. First time they started that and since like 08, I think they said. At what cost?
At what cost?
Joe Burrow. There was this stat where Andrew Luck had retired because he got sacked like 171 times within his first 30 starts or whatever. And it's like Joe Burrow's first 30 starts, he's been sacked 201 times. Like so 30 more sacks. It's just like how much
Andrew Luck
longer?
only played 30 games?
Andrew Luck got hurt a lot.
Damn, you right.
That's why it was such a like he had only played like his whole contract got the fat extension and then he retired like year one into that extension. He probably played like 40, but it was just saying his first 30 games. And it was just like some crazy statistic how Burrow's been
Uh,
sacked more times than what Andrew Luck has been.
that's crazy.
Then we had the Ravens blowing out the Browns. This is what you're talking about. Joe Flacco just got cooked by this defense. He threw a couple interceptions himself, but as all together, the Browns, a team we thought maybe would be feisty this year. Flacco took them to the playoffs before. Nah, they're coming out completely flat. Quinshon Judkins finally got his NFL start. He signed with the Browns finally, and 61 yards for the rookie running back. So he didn't look bad replacing Nick Chubb, even though they lost.
I mean, yeah, I mean, shout out the Browns. Shout out the Browns rushing defense for being able to actually stop something. But that was it. Like Lamar and the boys had their way with this defense. Like they really were. They stopped Derrick Henry, only kept him to 23 yards, but still, how many touchdowns did Lamar throw? Five?
Did he throw five? No, he didn't throw five.
He might have threw five.
He threw four. He threw four.
My bad, my bad, my
He
bad.
might have ran one in. Did he run one in? No, no.
I don't know if he ran one. I think he threw them all, but they were all like 10 plus yards in the air or
Yeah,
something
no,
like that.
he was flinging them fuckers. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
so this Browns defense, I mean, they're saying that the Browns should let one of the rookies try. I mean, eventually you got to because you got to figure something out. But the Ravens are showing like, yeah, we lost last week, but this isn't one of those weeks where we shit the bed again like they did. Was it last year that they lost to the Chiefs and then came in and lost to the Giants or something really,
The
really trash
Raiders.
that team? The Raiders, but not. They
Yeah,
came in.
that was because there was a lot of people got kicked out of the Suicide League on that game because it was they can't lose 2 weeks in a row and it's like a 14-point favorite. And Gardner Minshew came in and won that game for the Raiders.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
But yeah,
Oh,
Ravens did what a good ball club does. You lose a close game, prime time, you come back, you win by a lot against the bad team.
okay. So I low key been doing the number crunching for the that Andrew Luck stat you just gave us. It's even worse than we thought. In 86 games, in 86 starts, Andrew Luck was sacked a total of 174 times.
I knew it was in the 170s.
But Joe Burrow, like you said, Joe Burrow motherfucking has been fucking sacked 200 times in his first 30 starts. That's crazy.
I was like, I
That's
knew I remember seeing
crazy.
30. Yeah, that's
And this
how much.
motherfucker
And the
retired.
caption was like, how much more can he take?
Yeah, and this dude retired. He said, "Yo, I gotta go."
Oh, you might have fell asleep whenever. Oh, maybe that was before we recorded, but we're talking about how we like our fighters after
Yeah,
they fight to be healthy and good. And we're like, nah, we like them to be fucking bedridden. And then that's what Joe Burrow's doing right now.
kid, he's fired. He's a tough motherfucker. Remember, even the Super Bowl, he even got sacked and got fucked up. So yeah,
Yeah.
shout out. We're going with speed, Joe Burrow, a speedy recovery, and we talk about this AFC North. The Browns, the Ravens are looking like monsters. Oof, it's gonna be a long day if you have to play against them boys. But what's the
We
next
got
game we talking?
AFC East Bills, the team that beat the Ravens. So the Bills ended up being the Jets here, 30-10. Justin Fields gets hurt in the second quarter, I believe. First, he got hurt semi early, and after that was kind of up from there. But even before then, the Bills were like beating the fuck out of them. It was like 21-3, I think, early. Justin Fields' magic may have worn off after 1 week. This is just something. I mean, it's hard to judge them next week because Tyrod's going to be in, but just moving forward, it's like, damn, was week one a fluke when they put up like 40 against the Steelers, or was week two more of a fluke when they only put up 10 against the Bills? Uh, but moving forward, it's just if Justin Fields is a starter, we got to grade that Jets offense with a little uncertainty. Bills, they did what they're supposed to do.
Yeah, shout out Justin Fields and Aaron Glenn for looking good last week against the Steelers. But yeah, this is the same old Jets team. Like nothing's changed about these folks.
Yeah, not somebody you can bank your hat on. Like I know
Yeah,
exactly what they're gonna do because you don't.
don't the only thing that's changed is the names and faces. Besides for that, they still doing the same thing.
49ers, Saints. 49ers beat Saints 26-21. I told people the Saints team's fight. They did not look like a team week one that just gave up on the season. Like at least defensively, whatever the fuck someone has given them some fire ass pep talks. Kellen Moore is the new head coach. Maybe he's cooking up some magic. But they were not going away. It got shaky. They scored late to make it 26-21 in the fourth quarter. They get the stop. You think maybe they got it in them. Nah, they ain't got it in them. But I mean, Mac Jones didn't play bad. He threw what 3 touchdowns, 279. So it's not
Zero
like
interceptions.
yeah, you can't sit there and say like he looks just like Brock Purdy out there. Maybe it's the same haircut, same face, same build, same everything. But he looked like Purdy out there for a little bit. Saints, I don't know what the fuck. They're fighting. I'll give them that. But Spencer Rattler threw 3 touchdowns, 207, no
Zero
interception.
interception.
Kamara 99 yards. This could have been the best showing we may have got, or maybe this is something more to come. They're building over there. Who knows?
I mean, it was a shit bowl for sure, but like we gotta remember this 49ers team still has Fred Warner, still has Bosa. Like they still
They
got the
brought
killer.
Bosa in.
Yeah, they still they got Nick Bosa, I'm sure. But they got Nick Bosa. But this is still a killer defense and the Saints for try to figure out a way to score at least. So I'm not saying that the Saints are horrible. They're definitely better than like a lot of other teams, but they're not good. They're still like bottom four.
Oh yeah, but it's like them and the Titans are the two teams where like, yeah, they're 0-2. Yeah, they suck. But these teams don't look like they're giving up. Like I just don't think either one of those teams are gonna go completely lost like every game. Like I think they're gonna get like 4 wins maybe. Somehow, and they're gonna kick some people out of my survivor league. That's what I keep bringing. I'm like, someone's gonna pick like, oh, Chiefs should beat the Saints, and then the Saints might show up and fucking do something on a random Thursday night.
Crazy work.
Then we had the Lions beating the brakes off the Bears. Mike Vrabel versus Ben Johnson. Mike Vrabel won, and he won in
Nah,
big
you mean Ben Johnson versus
Um,
MTDC?
yeah, MCDC. I get him and Vrabel mixed up sometimes.
Yeah, but I mean those are some tough as nails as dudes.
Similar
But
guy.
but yeah, like it was funny because on the preview, you and Gator was screaming. He knows everything they can do, blah 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 blah. And I was like,
Derek Goof.
I don't know. I really think this is the same Bears team. And I mean, they scored 21. Shout out them. But Amon-Ra St. Brown, Jameer Gibbs doing his thing. There's not much you can do when they start
Montgomery
doing
even
that.
gets in the end zone. Jameson Williams gets in over 100 yards. Yeah, and then Jared Goff throws 5 touchdowns or 334 yards. He had one of them days.
And y'all were screaming, "Oh, Ben Johnson knows this entire offense in and out." You can know it, but that don't mean you can stop it.
Yeah. Fuck, even Brock Wright got into the end zone, the backup tight end. 52-21. That's one of those, you don't see 52 often in the National Football League.
They did it like 3 times in the last 2 years.
Yeah, the Dolphins had a 70 burger and like downhill ever like live it up. Because sometimes the brighter days are back then.
But nah, this just makes you ask a question like, yo, how good are the Packers?
Yeah.
That Packers team did not, this Lions team did not look like a functioning offense against the Packers.
They're only gonna get better. So, but I was happy to at least see the Lions week 1 dud. I'm not saying it was a fluke because I'm not trying to downplay the Packers, but I would say I'm happy to see that the Lions haven't gone from like top tier team to like no man's land. Like, oh, okay, whew, they are still legitimately a really good team.
Literally. I respect it.
Then we had the Seahawks beating the Steelers. Steelers, one of special teams' biggest boof of the weekend. That was crazy to me when they let that go
Crazy.
and get
So
picked
wait,
up and touchdown.
so,
That
so
was
I didn't watch it live. So
I did. I
it
was
bounced
blown away.
so it bounced off his head. He touches it and doesn't know he touches it.
So
And
he's
then
going like this, ready for the like. It bounces off the ground, and he's gonna catch that motherfucker off the bounce, and it's having to bounce a little higher, but it went over. It touched his hand like clear as day. Touched his hand, and then he doesn't even like turn around and go get it. He just starts jogging off the field, like oh, plays over, jogs off the field. Seahawks player coming in 100 miles, like boom, like left his
real
ass
gunner.
dust, and like, oh, this dumb motherfucker here, like, and grabs the fucking ball. Uh, I was just so blown. I was for Steeler organization for that to happen. I was so blown away. And then it said, I didn't know the returner was Caleb Johnson. Caleb Johnson was their 3rd round running back pick or 2nd round running back pick. Like they invested good draft capital into a running back, and he was supposed to be the future. He started off pretty ass. Jalen Warren's been cooking it up. Kenneth Gainwell's been getting touches. We're like, where the fuck's Caleb Johnson at?
Yikes.
Where's Caleb Johnson? So for Caleb Johnson to be the guy who fucked up on special teams on top, doghouse. Caleb Johnson might as well be dead to Mike Tomlin for the like. If you have
Damn.
Caleb Johnson in fantasy football, hoping for him to like, oh, wait for the, he is now dead. Like
Ain't no
I'm
come up.
shocked he hasn't been dropped yet. Like
Damn.
for him to jog off the field, it just don't look. He's jogging off the field, Steeler uniform, and fume Seahawks. And that was really the backbreaker. Like because if they don't get that defensive touchdown, it's a 1-score game. Who knows? Like Rodgers and the juice might have been cooking up the voodoo, but yeah, at that point, it becomes a 2-score game. It's a different ball game. It's late.
Imagine, imagine that film session on whenever they watch film.
And it wasn't a punt. I heard you say gunner. It wasn't. It was a kickoff. The Seattle Seahawks had just scored a field goal They hold it's fourth quarter, 12 minutes left. Seattle kicks a field goal to go up by 3. Packers are about to get the ball back. Fourth quarter, 12
Pittsburgh.
minutes left, and he lets that happen. Now they're getting the ball back with down 10 in the fourth quarter.
Oh, that's great. I know Aaron Rodgers was hot. Was the
Oh yeah,
Caleb Johnson on the next kickoff?
I don't know. I didn't pay. I would.
Dang, I should have. I could have
Yeah.
checked. I could have checked.
And then yeah, then I get a. But I'm not gonna sit here and say the Steelers' offense was looking great. Aaron Rodgers throws 2 interceptions, so like I'm not. You point a finger at me, there might be 2 pointing back at you. So like so there was that going on. But yeah, like Sam Darnold looked pretty ass once again. Don't let the stats fool you. But Jackson Smith and Jigba arguably is wide receiver 1 in fantasy football this year.
I gotta go. I gotta go against Jenner fantasy this week.
Yeah, I've seen PFF is like this is unsustainable the amount of target share he has, and I'm like I don't know. Sam Darnold kind of don't give a fuck.
Jay Jettis had a great season last year.
I'm an I1 guy down. But yeah, Seattle gets this win. Steelers blunder, I would call it. Colts beating the Broncos. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, I told everybody, but like, hey, stop sleeping on Daniel Jones. He's the number one
That
quarterback in fantasy football right now.
just that's crazy because he was on my he. I Russ had a great game. I'm not tripping, but damn, he was just sitting on the waiver
316.
wire.
He has
He was
316. Jonathan Taylor has 165. This is the Broncos defense. No interceptions. Tyler Warren might be a tight end number 1 his rookie year. Bo Nix didn't look bad. Daniel Jones has once again a tush push goal line touchdown. There a Colts AFC South's not stacked. Tennessee's not that good. Texans definitely fucking suck. We'll get to them later.
and you
And
got the Jaguars.
and the Jags, who not you never know what you're gonna get with.
I don't
Colts
know.
the Daniel Jones redemption arc
We'll
could be
see.
this season.
We'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know, Paul. You the king of storylines so far this year. Cause we gonna talk Ashton Genty in a second, but yeah, them niggas is not him.
Next game, Cardinals beating the
Oh wait,
Panthers.
hold on.
Oh what?
Wow, you talking like this shit? I swore the Broncos were gonna win this game. I see, and the thing is, my stream in the car glitched when it was time to kick the field goal. So all I got to see was on ESPN when they announced, "Oh, Broncos win, kick, make the field goal." I didn't know this nigga's got 2 tries.
Rookie Shaler. First one, hey, you can't be leveraged. You can't be putting people's necks in the dirt trying to block it. Does it happen almost every field goal out there? Maybe, but but hey, this is home field advantage, right? This is one of those things. If you're a fan of that team, you're screaming, "Yeah, you can't fucking kill my guy out there." Of course, we're gonna get sort of. If you're a fan of the other team, you're sitting there like, "Are you fucking shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? That's how y'all gonna do us?"
I was so sick because there. I don't ever remember all my picks, but there are certain picks I'm like, yo, I picked the Broncos over the Colts. I know that, and that shit had me sick.
James Cook got me sick right now. He just busted a big run. But yeah, no, I mean, John, everything's fine. The defense definitely probably got to tighten up. Can't let the Broncos drop 28 on you. Bo Nix throw 3 touchdowns on you. Can't let that happen. But offensively, bro, Anthony Richardson, bro, you better be pulling the fuck out that clipboard for me, dog. You better go get me my motherfucking water when I say I'm thirsty, bitch. That's how I'm moving about Daniel Jones.
Oh my gosh, man, I'm upset.
So
But he
far
was
removed
on the
from that.
waivers in a 16-man league.
That's crazy, bro. The craziest thing is I picked him up in fantasy. I have texts of when he got the week when he signed to the Colts. I say he's winning the job to Marcus because I'm talking shit about A Rich and I'm boozed up there. And then I told him he's gonna be a top 10 quarterback fantasy this year. Mark my words. And he told me I was bullshit. I said just wait. And then I picked him up to double down on it. And here we are.
Bro, the way I would have traded him to whoever had Joe Burrow.
Oh no,
I
this is
would
a
have,
two
because
this is a 2 QB starting league. So like
oh,
yeah.
that's crazy.
And
But no, I
I
got
have JJ McCarthy and CJ Stroud, so I need some help.
ouch.
Yeah,
Ouch.
one's hurt and one might be dead anyway.
Yeah, I don't even go like that's kind of. I got Justin Herbert, but you always want to have a dude on the side just in case Herbert miss a game or two.
See, I tried. I had that. They had a Herbert and a CJ last year, and I tried to trade CJ in a pick for something, and they said I'll think about it. And I got generous. I was like, oh, you could pick between CJ or Justin. It's up to you because neither one was snapping really last year. And they go Justin. Oh, give me Justin then. Here I am, like fuck. I should have pushed harder on take CJ off my fucking hands. But the battle of the 5-10s, Cardinals, Panthers. Cardinals win 27-22. This game is kind of exactly what I thought it was going to. Well, I didn't expect it to be 27-3 and then Panthers make a crazy comeback. But I did expect it to be Cardinals winning. It's somewhat close. They both played okay football, but nothing that really. I know if Marcus was here, he'd be like, Bryce Young threw over 300 yards. McMillan, the rookie, 100-yard game. What are you talking? Right. Y'all were down 27-3 in the third and fucking going into the fourth quarter. Like, that's y'all started coming back on some prevent defenses. If we're being real, but Cardinals started
I'm
off
sorry.
2-0. 2-0. I don't believe in them, but hey, started
Yeah,
off
I was
2.
about to say it's not a 2-0 that like, yeah, man, let's go start putting some bread on the Cardinals. But like, I feel like I've picked them twice.
Me too. I think I have picked them both. Yeah, because they played the Saints week 1. Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely picked them.
so yeah, we picked them twice, and like, I wouldn't be shocked if I only picked them 3 times all season.
Then he beat the Saints and the Panthers, but Kyler Murray might be slicing through the NFC South this year.
We gonna see.
Then we had Eagles, Chiefs. Eagles getting the dub, 2017 Super Bowl rematch. Uh, it was ugly.
Yeah, I
Uh,
was gonna say this is another game that I mean, yeah, you won this, but you definitely do not. You definitely need to be early to practice on Monday.
One, the Eagles are the only team in the NFL not to throw a passing touchdown so far this year.
Wow.
And two, um, the Chiefs start off 0-2 like the first time I think they said like Mahomes this whole tenure. I don't think Mahomes has ever started off
Yeah,
0.
I think they're saying like 2008 or some shit. But
Yeah,
like,
it's crazy.
they be playing some close games those first 2 games. Like they play a lot of either or games in those last 2 games. But usually, but the Chiefs, this was supposed to be the game that they like Mahomes kind of locked in. He shows that like, yo, nothing happens. Travis Kelce, I'm still a dog. Fuck what you heard. Yeah, this wasn't that. I'm talking about they because I didn't watch the game live like that, even though the dude behind me was a Chiefs fan. So he was watching the game and he was letting me know, but he was just letting me know about all the mistakes. Butler just missed. Travis Kelce just dropped the pass that led to an interception.
Yeah,
Patrick
love
Mahomes
that.
missing dudes wide open. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is going on right now? I haven't heard not one good thing from these dudes. And
I
then
know
they
Xavier
was even
Worthy's hurt, but like, how much is that of a like? Was he that big of a game plan that without Xavier Worthy, all this look ass backwards on offense?
so how Gator always talks about some. Thank you for taking Tyreek Hill off my hands. If it wasn't for y'all, we get 2 more Super Bowls. Appreciate y'all. And I'm like, y'all won 2 more Super Bowls, but I don't think you had better wide receiver play at all since Tyreek Hill left.
He hasn't had a 5,000-yard season.
Yeah, but he's like, but he ended up winning MVP that next year. I'm like, I'll give you that. He was balling. But wide receiver play, I'm not talking quarterback play in general. Wide receiver play, y'all haven't been idiots since that boy Tyreek Hill left.
And I mean, it's so bad that their running backs this year. The Patrick Mahomes is their leading rusher with 123 yards through 2 games.
Crazy. And you know how I told my dog to start Javante Williams? It was over Pacheco. So I was like, against the Eagles
Fucking
defense? Yeah.
genius, bro.
Against the Eagles defense? What is wrong with you? Why is he
Omri
even cook?
Kevadamas.
Why was he smelling the motherfucking why is he even smelling the starting spot?
I do got to tell you something off the pod, whatever about this. Remind me off pod about the Eagles, Saquon
Uh
Barkley in particular.
he messing with the white women again.
No, it's gonna be something crazy. I don't want to start no NFL drama on the pod. I don't want to have to do
Uh
all that.
Yeah, you feel me? Well, just in
But
case we gotta interview Saquon next week.
Sunday night football, Falcons beat the Vikings. JJ McCarthy gets hurt. Gonna miss probably a few weeks, so that's a big deal. But hey, Falcons, Kev, y'all get y'all's first win of the season. It's on the road too. Y'all 1-1. Definitely need that. How you feeling?
I said I feel good about. We got we
Not
got
done.
we got 18 more games to go. What you mean? What's there to feel good about? You
Okay.
thought I was gonna come in here celebrating, Paul? You thought you thought I was gonna come in here and celebrate? You thought I was gonna pull up like a Falcons Bud Light case? Like what you thought? What
Oh,
you thought I was gonna
snap. One of
you thought I was gonna
those?
come in here? What you thought I was gonna come in here and not offer you a brewski? What you
Man, I
mean?
could go up
What
there
you
doing that.
mean? What
Thank you,
you
big
mean?
dog.
Come on, my boy. Come on now.
Okay. I didn't
Oh.
know. My boy don't even drink like that. So like, for
Come
him to bust the Bud
on.
Light on
You
me
know,
is crazy.
let me bust one. I got one in the fridge. Let me bust one
A
open for you. The
cold one,
Falcons.
an ice
Come
cold one.
on now. I'm not even.
You
I'm
said you've
not
been
even.
saving that since Sunday night after the
Come
dub.
on. Come on. You know I stopped by Georgia. I was like, hold on. Is that a Falcons?
That's kind of the
Yes.
bottle's so
Let
tough. It's blacked out too. That's
let me
why.
pop a brewski with the guy. Come on now. Falcons made, and we not be rapping about the fucking field goal. We not be rapping about the win. The Falcons made every fucking field goal. I could drink to that.
Yeah, new kicker too. Parker, right? Young Hoku went
Yep.
8-5.
Nigga doesn't even he doesn't even know Leonard Floyd's name. They was doing the interviews with Brett. They was like, do you know everybody on the team? He was like, well, I know B. John. And they was like, you know him? And I was like, and they literally introduced themselves. Well, hey, that's Leonard Floyd, bro. Dap it up. But
That's
nah,
funny
man,
as
I
hell.
don't get me wrong. I mean, I'm not gonna make it seem like we played amazing. I'm not gonna make it seem like we had phenomenal quarterback play. But them niggas did just enough, and I think our defense really made JJ McCarthy look like a scrub. And I think there are going to be a lot of defenses that make him look like that this season. I'm just happy that our defense was the second one to do it. You
I'm
feel me?
not.
So hey, man, we gonna pour up to that.
Hey, fucking JJ McCarthy. If he doesn't have the week one heroics late in the game, right? Let's just say he doesn't go
Mm.
lead them down those couple of drives, and he ends the game kind of ass, and then he follows up with this performance. People will be done with the JJ McCarthy experience. People would be like, "Where the
Immediately.
fuck is Sam Darnold? Where the fuck is Kirk Cousins?" Like they potentially are sending trade picks to get Kirk Cousins back if JJ looks at like just absolute terrible.
You better. You better.
Um,
Should have kept Sammy.
but yeah, no, the Falcons though didn't look the best. Defense looked great. Bijan looked great. Kyle
Oh,
Pitts,
both running backs look great.
Kyle Pitts. Hey, I'm not saying he's 1,500 yards. He's breaking the game or anything, but Kyle Pitts looks like he's a lot more serviceable. He's blocking even. He's catching those 50-50 balls he never spot. Like, just every time I hear his name, I'm not hearing it in negative connotation no more.
Mhm.
Things are clicking. Things are clicking. And then on to the Monday night games. Buccaneers. Oh, what's up? What's up?
I will say niggas is hopping off that Drake London chain though.
Yeah, no, they're showing like if you had like the ninth to 12th pick, your team potentially looks like this. Like Gentry hasn't done nothing, and then like London hasn't done nothing. AJ Brown or hasn't done Devontae, and they just start naming everyone that people picked in that spot, and it's like, damn, Xavier Worthy got hurt.
Brother.
Um, but we got the Bucks beating the Texans. This one was a steal in my eye. I just don't know how they were 2-point dogs. After how bad the Texans offensive line looked. Can never knock the defense for real. They have solid pieces all around that defense, top to bottom. But the Buccaneers will a victory on the road. Baker Mayfield, if you sat down and watched that game, that's a guy who just genuinely loves playing ball. And I said it in the channel was as a joke, but I also believed it. I was like, oh, here it comes. A couple minutes left, set up perfect. Baker's gonna get the ball. He's gonna score the touchdown. He's gonna break a run for probably 15 yards because that's what he does in the fourth quarter. And then, like lo and behold, third and long, gets out the pocket, breaks a run, almost breaks his knee, gets up, talks some shit to C.J. Johnson Garner. If CJ doesn't talk shit to him right there, Baker Mayfield probably stays on the ground with a knee injury. But he talks a little shit to Baker, and Baker do fucking powered up. It was like, oh, you talking shit? Fuck you and your mama. Like started rapping with him. Then comes down, gets the dub. Good win for the Bucks. Bad loss for the Texans. Could have got a win at home here and just let it be.
They could have got the win while looking bad. That's what fucked me up.
The defense did a lot. They did break at the end, but they're doing a lot to even keep. Like CJ Stroud did absolutely nothing to win this game. Nico Collins had a few drops too in crucial spots, but there was a lot of those drops was like, yeah, he dropped it, but he did kind of throw that bitch a little too high. Like that bitch was a little like he had to work for that drop.
Hmm. But nah, you're not lying. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck to do with it. I love me some Texans. Big Houston, but they got to figure something out. That offensive line, atrocious. It's fucking up with the timing. It's fucking up with rhythm, and eventually there's gonna be some injuries.
Yeah,
You see what the Bengals are going through.
and people are done with CJ Stroud because he'd be dribbling the basketball before pregame, and they're like, "Yo, we're done with this fucking pregame game." Like he'd be coming out where everyone else is practicing football. He'd be out there dribbling basketball in the field, taking practice shots while his homeboy like catches the practice shot, and it was like that was cool rookie year. Now, now we own two big dog.
But I don't even gonna lie, that's kind of a reach. God damn it, bitch! I'm on.
They got mad. But then the other game on the Monday night was the Raiders losing at home against the Chargers. I believe you all. Wait, I know I picked Chargers. I'm pretty sure you picked Chargers too. I was
Come
just
on now.
shocked it was a 3-point favorite. Like I thought that was a little too easy, and that's exactly what it happened to be. Chargers could take care of business.
No, dead ass. Come on now. I think it's funny because the Pete Carroll, Jim Harbaugh rivalry is renewed through the Raiders and the hold on.
Oh, the Pete Carroll and fucking Harbaugh beef.
Yeah, that shit got renewed.
That's why he came. That's why he chose the Raiders. They say it's because he knew
Bro, what the
I
fuck?
get to stay in the Harbaugh division.
Yeah, they said yeah, I think that's hilarious too. But but yeah, I mean the first throw for Geno Smith was a pick. And I was like, well, there goes my motherfucking Pete Carroll, the quarterback whisperer take.
Yeah, he throws three. I mean, he throws 43 passes, which is a lot. He only completes 24. So like 24 or 43 is kind of crazy for only 180 yards, three interceptions. This is definitely if you're a Raiders fan, you're hoping that's his worst performance. I'm just shocked that Gentry still hasn't. I've been waiting for Gentry to snap. He hasn't yet. I've been waiting for Omari on Hampton on the Chargers side to snap. He hasn't. Everyone expected the Chargers to be a run type team. Not saying they don't run the ball, but like so far through 2 weeks, it's been Justin Herbert and his defense. Like Justin Herbert, Quinton Johnson, back to back weeks looking like a wide receiver one that got drafted in the first round. Lab McConkey's doing his work. Uh,
That's another motherfucker that was on the waivers in
no,
a 16-man league.
he had first 2 seasons completely mid, and he was drafted like top 10 pick. So and then also in year three, he's finally living up to the hype. We'll see how long it lasts. Hopefully it does, because I'm not rooting for no one's downfall. But yeah, the Chargers start off 2-0. Got to they're running the division at least on the stat, at least on the leaderboards.
No, dead ass. I mean, the Chargers are doing what they got to do to motherfucking win. Shout out them boys.
I
Because
could be
Justin
wrong.
Herbert,
I think they have the Broncos next week, so they had 3 division games. They could go 3-0 in the division off rip, which
that's a great way to start your season. I thought the Falcons started off last year, and then we lost 6 of our last 8. But yeah, Justin Herbert, Jim Harbaugh, they have something clicking right now, and the defense is rolling. Keenan Allen, I think he has like 15 straight games as charge games with the Chargers with like 50 plus yards or something like that. So he's getting the dink and dunks. He's making corners look stupid. So like the Chargers, if they keep balling like they're doing right now, they will be a very strong team in this fucking playoffs. Especially with the Chiefs being 0-2 right now.
facts. I actually kind of low key like the Chargers. I'm not gonna lie.
I
Always
love this. We love the Chargers. We even when they had that other coach that kept going for it on fourth down.
Brandon Staley.
Yeah, we was hey, go for it, bro. We was rooting for him.
That was the team. Jay Herbo.
Facts. Jay Herbo big. We've been waiting for this comeback. We've been waiting for this one for a minute. If Chargers start winning, bro, we gonna cop a little bit of Chargers gear. Bro. I can see us having some Jay Herbo t-shirts.
But that's the whole week right there. Appreciate everybody watching along. Stay tuned. We'll see how our Thursday night picks are looking later. We're about to get into halftime. That game's leading into halftime, so it's a perfect way to us to skedaddle on this bitch. But as always, appreciate y'all watching along. I'm Paul Picking Winham. That's Kev, Dirty Dan,